Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make beast graphics in Canva. I'm pretty damn good in Canva. Here's some of the stuff that I've made in Canva. I'll flash those across the screen here. And so today we're going to be doing YouTube channel art using Canva. So it's how to make a YouTube channel graphic in Canva. The first thing I'm going to do is I need to grab my channel art template. So I downloaded this template. You just Google YouTube channel art size template, right? And you'll see something like this. So I just drag this on here so that I have an outline. And then what I'll do is I'll take my line. So I'll click elements, take my line. Let me turn this black. And I'll outline this graphic and I'll outline the template and then I'll take it off. So I hit copy that, move that down here, copy again, and I want to turn it so that's 90 degrees and then move it to the left one and then take this one and put that over here. And then I'll delete the template. And then I will take these lines and group them together. So shift, I'll click this one, make sure it's selected, then hold down shift, click this one, and click this one, group them together, and then select them again, hit position, and make sure it's moved all the way to the back. And that's it. I apologize if you guys hear the banging. They're doing something next door, and there's been like this for days. So if you hear the banging and stuff, that's what that is. I mean, it sounds like they're damn near in my house, but they're next door. Anyways. So now I'm going to grab my graphics. I have some graphics over my other file that I want to use. So I want to take this one, copy that, throw that in here, and I'm going to take this text, also throw that in here. Let's just change the color to something I can see for now. Center this text, make it a little smaller so it fits. So this template, you know, everything within between the two vertical lines, that's going to be visible on mobile. All right, that's all people are going to see on mobile when they come to your channel. Outside of these lines, the whole width of this canvas here, that's what people are going to see on desktop. So people are going to see what's over here and what's over here on desktop. Whereas on mobile, they're just going to see what's within the middle section here. Then on a TV, they're going to see this entire thing, right? The entire thing. So yeah. So now what I want to do. So I'm designing this graphic for Cigar Talk Saturdays. Let me see. I also got to grab his logo from a previous design. And I know I'm not going to be able to see that, but I'll just keep that there. What else do I need? Maybe the other version, the other graphic of him, which is this one. And this one is going to be a little bit more difficult to work with because you see both the left and the right side of this photo are cut off. Oops. So in order for that not to look weird on desktop, we have to put something here, and we have to put something on the left and right side, right? If we want that to show on mobile as well. So let's see. So I want to change this here. Boom, boom. All right. So now here's the artwork. So what do I want to do here? That's the question. So I kind of want to start out with the background first. And what I like to do with the background with the YouTube channel art is just kind of like make it something a little bit abstract, blur it out a bit, right? So now this is a podcast channel. So I kind of want something to do with podcasts. So I'm going to go to photos, look up podcasts, and even though I'm not really going to be able to see it, or may not be able to see it all that well, because what I plan to do is blur it out or something. So okay, so say like this for example, right? That's a picture of a Mike's podcast, right? Podcast related. And I just kind of experiment with this, right? I'll put it in there, I'll send it to the back and see how that kind of looks. But since this is an image that's going to be taking over the entire, it's only really going to be seen on TV. I'll tend to blur this out. Now, let's see. I'm wondering if I'll do that separate. So here's what I'll do. I'll hit adjustment and then I'll blur it, right? And see how that kind of looks. Now, the picture isn't as important as the colors, right? The color arrangement when you're blurring stuff out. So and this kind of takes some feel, right? It takes a little bit of experimentation to see what you're gonna like. So now for this background, I'm not gonna necessarily worry about having a podcast type of photo. If I'm gonna have something podcast related, I'm gonna put it in this section so it's visible. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to put it there if people can't even tell what it is. So for podcast related, so here, this is kind of cool because this is a flat background. There's a mic says podcast. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this background. I'm going to click effects, background remover. I'm going to remove that background and make this so that, and this actually might be a good candidate to cover up this left side, right? So I'm going to flip this photo horizontally and I'm going to bring this over from here. Hopefully, I don't think it'll be, no, it's not going to be long enough for that. Because see, I was going to do something like this, but that mic is way too big. Like if it's going to reach, it would have to be that big. And that's just, it's too big for it to go right there. I would need that boom to be large, to be longer, if that's gonna work. But it could work because this side is cut off here. It could work over there. Let me flip it back. So maybe I'll do that and then find something else to cover up the other side. Unless I could find another microphone. Let's see. This is actually a decent photo for podcast. I like how this looks. Let's see how it looks in the back. It's already kind of semi blurred. You can still kind of make out what it is that way. Let me adjust the color a bit though. Yeah, I like that. Now I want something as a background for the middle section here. So this whole time I've been recording this and you haven't seen my face. You've seen the screen. I thought I was recording with the thing with the camera. Okay, now. All right, so now I want to find a graphic for the middle section. What do we want to put there? Maybe a studio? No. Let's try abstract, see what we get. I like working with abstract type of photos and blending them together using the transparency feature. This looks kind of cool. Now, if you don't know, if you want to select something in Canva and it's behind something else, you have to hold down control while you click, right? So right now I can't select that graphic I just put there in the middle now because this is over top of it. These lines, the group of lines here is over top of it. So I have to hold control and click again. Now I have it selected. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in effects and see what kind of like cool effects this can give me with this graphic. That's kind of cool. It does kind of match the background here. So I'll stick with that. I'll hit apply. Let's see what adjusting the blur does. I think I'll keep it about like that. Now I kind of like to throw some different elements in there, like let's look at dots, glares. So this can kind of sometimes give a kind of cool effect. You can kind of see it created that light spot there. Just a little small little touch, right? Nothing major. This is kind of cool. So these splat marks and things, this is kind of cool too. So I like to put little things like this throughout it just to make the graphic look a bit more interesting. So let's move that to the back. And let's adjust the color here a bit. All right, something like that. Now I have this little splat thing. Let's change the color to just something neutral because I'm gonna change the transparency. And so we can have something like, I'm not gonna put it over top. I would do something like, now I still need something here to hide that cutoff, and the same thing here. So now let me think of something that I can possibly put there, which would be, so see, so that you won't have this cutoff problem, try to get photos that don't cut off anywhere. Trying to figure out how to cover the cutoff up kind of, it takes some time to kind of figure that out. So it's best to work with photos that are not cut off. So if you're working with photos, just try to find stuff that don't have body parts cut off. It just makes your life easier. So, and also be conscious when you're taking photos that your body parts are not cut off. Take photos where, and if anything, will be cut off, it will be like your feet maybe, right? Because most of the time you're going to have your upper body shown in photos. So don't cut off anything on your upper body. Try not to do that when you're taking photos. It just make your life easier when you're trying to do graphics using those photos. Yeah, that's kind of cool. See if we could do something about this color. So the thing is, I don't know if I like this because people are gonna see this on mobile, right? And they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it, and it's gonna look like this, right? They're not gonna see any of this that's over there. So it's like, what is that? Like the mic is coming out of here, but what? Why? Right? Um, because it doesn't make sense with the mic. Let's try and flip it and see how it looks on the other side. That's actually not bad. So we'll do that. Let's find something else. Like, let's say, all right, something like that. So you can kind of tell that it's a laptop on desktop. And I think I want to make him a little bit larger there. All right, that kind of works. Let's try this one. That one may be even better. Because at least it's open, right? It's not halfway closed. Now I kind of want to spruce up this background and the background and the middle section here. So I like to lock the stuff I sent to the back because sometimes what will happen is it'll replace the background with what you just put in if you made it the entire size of the canvas here. So I lock it so it doesn't do that. That's kind of cool. So let's see. Oh, this is very interesting. Huh. Let's unlock and delete that. Let's so see, when you're designing stuff, it just, you just want to kind of discover stuff and see what you find. Um, to back. I actually like that more than what I have there now. Let's see how it looks. Blurred. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, so I found a new background. Whoops, did it already play? It already placed it. Replaced it. See what I mean? It'll replace the background once you click off of it. If you make the element or photo the entire size of the canvas. So I found a new background. It happens, right? These are cool textures. Like this, it looks like, like crumbled cement, right? Broken up cement. Let's see how that looks in there. Move it forward. Right, that kind of gave that some texture, right? It gives that some texture. Now the colors don't match. We'll take care of that. I like that though. That means that I want to get rid of this dot thing. Let me right there at least. And maybe I want to put that on our background instead. And do that. Maybe. Position this to the back. Move it forward so we can see it. Adjust the transparency. It's decent. It didn't add a whole lot. It's decent. It's fine. Now for the color thing, let's see if we can get these colors to match up. Because right now they don't. So is that, yeah. Oh, it didn't replace it. It just put it over it. All right, cool. So let's actually replace it. First, let's go to effects and see what they give me, because they're you know, the effects is where I got the color for this middle section at. So let's see if they can kind of do something similar. I think this was it. Yeah. Not real sure if I like that though. Yeah, see, the thing about Canva sometimes is it'll start replacing your backgrounds, and you don't want it to do that necessarily. So let's lock that again. Let's throw that there. See how this looks. That's kind of cool. Now this blend isn't really working well. Instead of using this gradient box, just using the same effect on this photo. This is descend. This is cool. I might want to make this kind of transparent so you can kind of see a bit through it to the back. I have no clue how that's gonna come out in the photo. But let's try it. So now let's work with this. I think I want to have everything white just so it stands out on the color. Let's look at this one because I actually like how this looks better. Yeah, I like that much better. I feel like I need something over here for desktop. I got this little EQ graphic going on over there. Um, I know we started out on a completely different design and it ends up looking like this, right? So that's what tends to happen with design is it's just kind of experimenting with stuff, seeing how things look, seeing what, you know, what you like, what looks pleasing to your eye, and then some other, exploring the options that Canva has, and you might see things that are better than what you have, and you might swap those out, which is exactly what happened here. And so now we have a totally different color concept than we started with, a totally different design than we started with. And I mean, it happens. Sometimes it just flows and you just end up, uh, going along the same lines as you started with. And sometimes the end result looks completely different from when you started out. Yeah. So hope you got some value out of this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, Upjump Media out.